Okay, and we found the dragon monster, the Nikki Nanka. So we can evolve him. I believe that'll hopefully advance that quest, right? Welcome back, everybody. This is Moi Games Design Lexicon. I got nachos in my teeth. Also, Greed Candle, thank you for asking. I am doing fine. Hope you find yourself doing well. I'm doing okay, I guess. As good as can be. So, there we go. We were going to develop a new team, weren't we, while we were here? Let's take a look here. So, we also have, let's pull some inventory off, right? Shift. Sort inactive monsters. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Equipment. Unequip all from all monsters. What does that dog mean where it says click me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you tell me what it means? What you're pointing? Oh, you're talking about this? Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, man? Sorry. I don't see it. So, let's see. Now, we did have another team. We called them Foul Wind because they were poison and, what else? Oh, this is a weird one. I must have got rid of a bunch of creatures from this. So, this guy here, Healing and Fist, which I don't know why he's there. Probably because I pulled the creatures out that should have been there. The dog, the dog with the hat that says, Welcome, Comrade. When you click on that, it'll take you to the definition of anarcho-syndicalism, which is, I guess you could call it my political stance. You know, some people would say they're like a capitalist. Some people would say they're a Democrat or social democrat. When you ask me that question, it would be an anarcho-syndicalist. And if you click on that, it'll take you to the definition of anarcho-syndicalism. Which is, I guess you could call it a far left variation of course, I don't really like the left-right designation because it lacks a lot of nuance. But imagine, so when you think of socialism, or when a lot of people think of socialism, they tend to think of the more authoritarian variety, like what was practiced in the Soviet Union, right? So Stalinism was highly authoritarianism-based communism, while anarcho-syndicalism is a highly libertarian-based communism, I guess you could say, or socialism anyway. So form of socialism or a form of Marxism that's based on far libertarian principles. So we don't, I don't believe in oppressive or overly authoritative governmental entities, and of course socialism because I'm an anti-capitalist. Pretty much as simple as that, right? So it looks like I'm going to have to build up this group from scratch. So let's see what we got here. This guy's lightning and defense. That would be good if we make a lightning guy. Let's see. No. I guess I could use the cycle in here. So he's wind. He's a possibility. Wind and earth. Wind and earth. Snow. Maybe we should make a goblin troop here too. Let's see. Earth and earth. So let's see. He is definitely a damage dealer. So maybe him somewhere? He's a healer too. Actually, I should probably put him in as a healer somewhere. So let's do that. Let's switch him as a healer. Right? He's going to be a member of the foul team, which I believe he is too. He's going to be our damage dealer, so let's move him to there. So now we got a foul healer and a foul damage dealer. Now all we need to do is have a foul front end. Let's see if we can find somebody to do that. Earth. I don't think we have a lot of people with that particular skill set, but we will look. Looks like he's going to be our wind healer, so we should probably go ahead and put him there as it is. So Nooksy is our wind healer. And then, let's see, where were we? So we need damage dealers. Wait a second, wasn't this guy also a healer? So he's a wind, oh yeah, he's a wind healer. So I could put him also where Nooksy or Slimy is. Oh, he's not a wind healer, he's a damage dealer, but he does have heal abilities. So let's put him right here. That means we now only need main fighters. So, and we haven't respec'd a lot of these guys too, so we may end up respec'ing them. How about this guy? So he's mainly just an element fighter. I don't know if I want to use him, so probably not. Let's take a look at what we got here. Start from the end. Earth. We're not going to use Earth. We could do him for acid rain and buffs. What does he get over here? Revive? Revives a target. That's kind of cool. No. No. So this guy's a damage dealer, but he's... Oh, he is centered around... he does do air. So let's put Mittens in the air crew. Or I guess it really doesn't matter. So let's switch him to... here. Looks like he's eaten too, right? Or no. Looks like he's hungry. So let's feed him carrot. Let's feed him grapes. And let's feed him corn. There we go. So now he's not hungry, which is awesome. We also need another damage dealer for the front of, I'm guessing, let's see. What? Yeah, I think I don't want Nookie here. I need another healer. Oh, he's such a nice healer, though. And I need to respec him, too. So, let's keep him there. So, let's see. Poison. This guy's air. He's poison. Poison. So most of these guys are poison. I need to get rid of... what I really need is a high air damage dealer. Like this guy? Neutral and poison, no. Physical, air... Oh, he's one. Reverend Horton Heat. Let's move him into that main position there. Okay, so the only one that I really am worried about is Toxome, because he's not really air-based. He is... Well, I guess he is kind of air. He's air and toxic. So let's do that. Let's do that. Even though I need to respect these guys. So... I'm not going to respec them now, though. Or am I? Let's see. Let's save these guys, the Foul Wind team. Update them. And then let's head back to the thing so I can buy some respec potions. There we go. Maybe upgrade some gear while I'm here, too. I need 10 of those guys. Ooh, $4 grand for that. Ooh, never mind. Let's wait on that. I guess we used it all last time we did it. So let's go over here, buy a few respec potions. There we go. And that'll get us respecking our guys here. Let's see, Nookie and Toxome. Wow, I was almost out of those. Okay, so now we got fresh guys here. So this guy's gonna be wind and... Shit, I didn't want that leaf slash. And then I guess the kitty cat also has his default abilities, which are physical and physical, which I don't want. So, shit. Yeah, I don't want 2 physicals. That's useless. Let's buy 2 more of those. And let's reset him. And him. That way we can start him from scratch. And also, inventory, skill potion. We only have 1 of those, really? Oh shit, I didn't want to... God damn it, I just used the wrong one. Level badge is what I wanted to use. That'll get them up to about the level that everyone else is at. And I just fucking wasted that skill point potion. Ugh, suck. Oh well. Shit happens. Okay, so this guy right here, I want him to do air and physical, right? So let's do that. Let's go ahead and max out air and max out physical. And then as far as auxiliary abilities, hits all enemies. Nice. Let's do that. Shield and attack. What is this? Every physical attack triggers an additional... Ooh. This one. Monster gets 2 random buffs when an enemy monster is knocked out. That sounds really niche. 2% increased damage for every buff on this monster. That doesn't sound bad. As well as that. A little bit of health. Long slash. Hits all enemies. Let's do those. Whenever this monster knocks an enemy out, it gains 3 charge stacks. That's niche. Severe cuts. Ugh. That sounds neat. Though I'm not really hip on having a 5th attack now. Yeah. Each critical hit grants this monster a stack of 3 charge. Monster's attack, ignore 20% of the target's defenses. Ooh. Definitely do that one. Critical chance values from equipment, so he's a crit guy for sure. Your monster deals 10% more damage when attacking an enemy with bleed stacks. Sweet. Devour. Whenever an ally knocks out an enemy monster, it is healed by 25% of that monster's health. That's kind of cool. But not necessarily necessary. You know what? Screw it. I'll just pull all those. Why not? Okay, so this guy's going to be acid and heal. The big one is, of course, the heals. So let's go ahead and max those. Let's also give him more mana. Apply shield equal to 50% of own defense when applying debuffs. Sure. Mana. Again, we definitely want to concentrate on the healing aspects of this character since he's mainly our heal. While under the effect of shield, he doesn't have the ability to cast a shield. Healing action triggers additional heal on the monster with the... Ooh. For every heal applied, there's a 10% chance of applying... Ooh. That's a good one. Let's see. Cleanse. Every hit has a 25% chance to remove a buff from the target. Oh, that's awesome. Increase attack and magic by 1.5% of this monster's max health. Oh, that's... Shit, that's like 20, right? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So let's also, I'm gonna ignore these bubble bursts because I don't want them to be water. But we are going to choose the acids, as well as these acids. Those are going to be as attacks. And then every hit has a 10% apply armor break. When applying a debuff, 60% chance to gain regeneration. So let's do that. And then let's do these shared regeneration ones and multi-regeneration. And then starting combat with a random buff. There we go. So he's done now. So we have another foul guy. And we're not going to bother with this center row. We're just going to do poisoning. So concentrate on that all the way down. What is this one here? Spore. Applies weakness. So that's earth. So we definitely want the neutral. So I don't want the earth one, because we're only going to be poison and, I guess, physical. So awesome on that. Poison can be stacked. Extra mana. 10% chance of applying more poison. Apply poison debuff on a random enemy at the start of combat. Mass poison. Enemies receive 3% increased damage for each debuff on them. Attacking also heals. This monster deals 5% more damage. No worries, man. By all means. Yeah, have fun streaming, dude. You definitely don't need to justify not being in my chat because you're streaming. So, by all means. Okay. So against enemies with a health rating of 7 or higher, damage increased. That's kind of nice. Let's do that. Should probably do these defenses. He already has plenty of hit points, though. Improved mana regeneration. That's useful. Let's also do the attack since he's an attacker. Health values from equipment. Increased defense. Every attack triggers an additional hit equal to 5% of the monster's max health. Increases attack by 10 of this monster's magic and increases magic. Ooh. Do that one. And that leaves us with one more. Which I guess health, since we're... No, I guess we're good on health. Let's do that a second defense. Defense definitely helps. His magic sucks, though. Oh my god, his magic sucks. Okay, so next guy. That would be Mittens. Mittens is going to be physical damage, or neutral damage, that is, and air damage. And that is it. So let's knock the air. Let's also knock the physical. He's also going to choose the mass versions. Let's see. Damage and attack. What is this? Wind attacks deal 10% increased. More crit, of course. Oh, not that one. More crit, of course. Health never hurts. I'm not going to worry about mana. Okay. If a single hit deals more than 20% of the enemies afflicted with armor break. That's cool. Let's go ahead and pull that and the health. That'll leave us down to 3. Which, what is this? Fire claws? No. I guess we'll do the buffs. That'll help at the beginning of combat anyway. Okay, next. So Nook is going to be air and heal primarily. So let's start off with that. Oh. Both of those. We're going to go ahead and do the wind also. So let's... And the buffs, of course. This is going to take a lot of skill points. So, mana and mana regeneration. Let's see. When applying a buff, also heal the target. That's kind of niche. I technically only apply buffs at the beginning of combat, usually. Increases gold after combat. Meh. Mana. When attacking, also remove 2 debuffs from the monster with the most debuffs in the party. There we go. When attacking an enemy, generate a shield. Ooh. Critical hits have a 30% chance to grant glory to a random ally. That's niche. For each monster in the party, the first time they use a non-damaging action in combat, skill costs 50% less mana and grants a random buff. Non-damaging actions by this monster apply a stack of blind on all enemies. That's awesome, actually. 2 more points. Healing actions can land a critical hit. Definitely. Oh, wait a second. What was this one again? Healing skills also apply a shield. Yeah. And that's that. He's done. So, Toxome is going to be wind and poison. I'm not going to worry about the buffs. Wait a second. So, Toxome is part of our wind crew, not the poison crew. So, let's do wind and then these buffs and heals. Let's do that, because he's going to be more of a... He doesn't have like a secondary attack or anything. But he also has a heal, which is kind of nice. And then we can keep him away from the toxic, and that will give him... Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how well that works. Oops. Massives, and then buffs. Okay, let's see. Magic. Let's go ahead and do the heal wave. Regenerates 5 mana each heal received. Multi-targeted attacks deal 30% extra damage to the enemy with the highest health. Multi-target heals. Heal the ally. Oh, that is awesome. Let's see. Increases the mana cost of all attacks, healing, and shielding actions by 10%. And no, that's okay. Every hit has a 10% chance of applying poison. Let's do that. Because that way, that makes my whirlwind also poison. Not going to bother with defense just yet. Heal all monsters in the party by 4% of this monster's max health at the start of every turn. Oh. Healing skills are increased by 20%. When applying a buff, also heal the target. Niche. Increase the defense of this. No. Every heal applied to this monster is 10% to apply poison. That's awesome. Healing skills, active and passive, also apply shield. And sidekick can be stacked. Okay, so let's do the ones I've kind of passed on to round it out. What else do we got here? Yeah, let's go ahead and do overpower. Next. And that is it. Those are all our main guys. So now let's equip them. It's a pain in the butt, but it definitely makes me a little bit more survivable. That's for sure. Does this guy... He is not centered around crits, but I know Mittens is, right? So we'll give Mittens the crit gear. And this guy needs just hit points and defense, right? So... There we go. Morningstar for him. Health and crit chance, defense and crit chance. How about just defense? Receive 2 random buffs at the start of combat. There we go. Pandora's box. And let's do that. Mana regeneration is always good for those main guys because they tend to run out of mana pretty quick. So he is going to be a crit guy here. Attack and crit. That guitar. There we go. Crit chance. And maybe something gives a little mana regeneration, maybe? Magic, attack. Yeah, let's do that for now. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so this guy here, he's magic and defense because he's healing, right? Magic and mana regeneration. So let's do that. Mana and mana regeneration. And then he wants defense and... No, not attack. Not mana. No, no, no. Attack, magic, and crit. No. Health and mana. He has plenty of health. Defense and health. Where are all the mana ones? Magic plus 24. That sucks. Healing and shielding skills. There we go. I think I got 2 of those healing and shielding skills ones. I think I'll give it to the other guy. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. Hey, why is this guy equipped? Hope nobody else has shit equipped. Shit. No. Okay, one more time. Sorry about that. Okay, so this guy doesn't have crit, but he does have attack. So let's, attack and defense. Defense. Oh yeah, somebody, people obviously had shit, nah, that was a good idea. People obviously had stuff equipped already. Defense, mana, health, and crit. Defense and mana. Yeah, let's do that. And this guy. Oh yeah, because that guitar wasn't out already. So defense and crits. Crit chance, mana regeneration. Oop. And more crit. There we go. Okay, so he... Let's do that orb. Mana ring. Mana regeneration, that's probably not a bad idea. Also that drum. I need to upgrade these as far as their abilities go. Okay, and him. Oh, and that ocarina. Will help his healing. Let's see, so this guy is mainly attack and magic, right? Definitely mana and mana regen. And crit. Attack, magic, and mana. Why not? Last but not least, little Toxie here. Jesus, look at his magic. I don't think he needs any extra magic ability. Shit. Give him that shuriken. So we can use the shuriken like a hurricane. Okay. Mana... She probably needs... What's his defense? His defense sucks. And that's a break. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We are currently playing Monster Sanctuary for the PC Windows platform. If you like our content, make sure you give us a follow down below here on Twitch, where we do stream currently Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. till 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's, of course, GMT -6. However, if you can't catch our live shows, you can catch us over on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe and the alert button over there to know when we're coming out with new videos. And if you watch them, make sure you leave a comment or upvote or downvote or whatever you can. We also have a Blue Sky and a Discord if you want to catch us over there. I'm going to take a short musical break, and I will be back for at least one more block of Monster Sanctuary, maybe two.